Yes guys, today we have a look at the Nike Air Max 187 Sail Team Red. This is a women's exclusive, so unfortunately I've got no on-foot clips as it is in women's sizing, but I do have some nice close-ups, so let's just get straight into this one. So if you are new to the channel, I do usually try and style the shoe. I do usually get some on-foot clips, but unfortunately, being this is a woman's sizing, I just can't get my feet into these. But that being said, I always try and get as many new releases as possible, just so we can get some close-ups of the shoe. Maybe it'll help you out before you buy them. And that's really what this channel is all about, helping you guys. I buy the pair of shoes first, get some close-ups, do a little video, and then after the video, you can decide whether you want to buy the shoe or not. Something I will say is my opinion on this pair of shoes isn't factual. It may be different to yours, and that's absolutely fine. I'm not the biggest fan of this pair of shoes, but we're going to get right into this one, and I'll tell you why. So like we always do guys, we'll start with the box. You've got the standard red Nike box with the white Nike writing and the white Nike swoosh. So no additional laces in the box, but moving on to that outer sole in a really nice gum colour, which is fairly uncommon on Air Max 1s nowadays. Spinning the shoe over, you get a glimpse of that chunky white PU midsole exposing the white air units. And then moving on to the heel, you've got the Nike Air branding engraved into the heel, which looks really clean and unique on this pair, but I will say the heel itself is really stiff. So the second part of the shoe I'm not a fan of is the base of the shoe in this sort of sail white grain effect leather, which really does feel like recycled cardboard. It just really doesn't feel very premium, but that is just my opinion. So moving on to the swoosh and the overlays and this burgundy reptilian glossy effect, which I have to admit in hand looks really nice. Here's a little close-up of that effect. Hopefully the camera picks it up. It is really clean, I have to admit. Moving on to the laces and the tongue tab. You've got the laces in white. Unfortunately, no additional laces in the box. The top of the tongue, you've got this metallic Nike Air branding in gold, which looks really nice. So moving on to the eyelets, you've got these metal-plated white eyelets, which do look quite unique and quite premium. The inner sole on this pair is a little bit different. It's a soft spongy leather. You've got the Nike Air branding in more of that burgundy colour. The ankle lining in white. You get a little bit of padding around the heel area, but the padding for the ankle is just an absolute myth. It just feels really rock solid, especially inside the shoe. So we'll finish off with a last 3/6 of the shoe. It's not that I don't like this one, it's just the fact that some of the materials feel really premium and then others feel quite cheap. I'm just not the biggest fan of the base, but you might really like the base. I do really like this textured leather though, it's really nice in hand. So the release date on these, the 10th of February for £145 in the UK. The sizings go up to a men's 9. I'm a 10.5, so they just don't fit me at all, but you can still pick them up on the Nike Sneakers app. You can actually also head over to 7 Store. If you sign up to their newsletter, you can get 10% off. So you've just got to make an account with 7 Store. All you've got to do is sign up to their newsletter. You get 10% off full price items, so it's definitely worth checking out. You know I'll always plug you with the discount codes if I can find one. So sizing and comfort is really difficult because there's no men's size and I can't really give you my verdict if they're true to size or not. It's also pretty much the same on comfort. Because I can't put the shoe on, I can't really give you my verdict. However, the heel and ankle support is just really thin on this one. It's really rock solid. So I just want to give you some close-ups just so you can see the difference in padding for the ankle support. It is quite a noticeable difference, and I buy my shoes for comfort, so it's definitely something I had to point out. However, that being said, I'm a big fan of the gum outer sole. I'm also a fan of this engraved heel on the back of the shoe, but if they had them in men's sizing, I probably still wouldn't pick this one up to wear. But at the end of the day, that is just my opinion. You might really like this pair, and that's absolutely fine. But that is pretty much all there is to cover on this one. Don't forget to subscribe, because there'll be more videos on the way. Until next time, cheers.